Alright guys, you're here with Matt Cooper today and we are doing another 1500 point GT warm-up for the 40k Brawl. Today we have Simon facing off against this guy. You've probably never ever seen him before. This guy right here is Ollie Ford. Believe it or not, he is the fourth member of the 40k Brawl. And what's this, the first time you've been on camera, Ollie? Or?
Yeah, I'm just the guy that spends 2 hours editing all the battle reports after you fuckers have played them.
So I'm actually going to see Ollie run an army. Christ. So, Si, do you want to run us through your army first? What you're running and what you got and such things?
Okay, so again, I'm bringing back the AdMech. You guys have seen them before, so you may like them or you may hate them. You probably hate them. So it's the War Convocation. So basically, you get everything that's in AdMech, and then you get a knight for free. So all of the units are tooled up to the max. The war gear comes free, and anything that has the gets hot special rule loses gets hot. So they're shooting plasma like aces.
Because as we state every time, who doesn't love free war gear?
Exactly.
And rules.
Yeah, and rules, God. And then, so, once again guys, this guy we've never seen before. Ollie, let's have a look at your army.
So yeah, I'll first start off, I'll apologise for the kind of mishmash of colours. It's been a bit thrown together so we can do a showcase of the new Dark Angels. I kind of sold my soul to the new Eldar, and then when Dark Angels came out, it looked like they'd team up quite well with Space Wolves, so I've kind of gone back in the other direction now. So, to start us off, over here we've got a Company of the Great Wolf Detachment, which is Wolf Lord and Thunder Wolf with Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and then 3 Iron Priests, each with 2 Cyber Wolves each. Normally I'd go with more to bubble wrap the unit, but because of the way the Ravenwing works out, I probably won't need them, we'll talk about that in a sec. And then here is the Ravenwing Strike Force, which is their own dedicated detachment from the new Dark Angels book. It's 1 HQ, which has to have the Ravenwing special rule, so I've got very little choice but to take Samael, which is this guy, who was a massive impulse buy, because I didn't want to spend 25 quid on the GW Shitecast one. I am regretting it now because he's bloody huge, so at some point that's going to have to change into something else.
What Ollie doesn't want to tell you is he's actually turning over to Age of Sigmar.
Yeah. He's free, he's no points, and if Simon kneels down at any point during the game I win, so fucking A. With him is a 5-man Ravenwing command squad. It has the Ravenwing Company banner, which means they automatically pass hit and run checks and they go 4d6 when they do it, and the Apothecary. Then there is with it the Ravenwing Dark Shroud, which is your kind of standard land speeder with heavy bolter, but Dark Angels units within 6 get stealth. It comes with Shrouded. Then there are 2 units of normal Ravenwing Bikers, both with double melter. They look like grabs, but they're melter. Trust me, it's a trick on the camera. And finally a relic, what's it called? Relic Whirlwind Scorpius, just because I just wanted to try it out. So the general idea is all of this stuff here is going to kind of go around the table together, because these guys have 4-up jink saves. They get +1 for Skilled Rider, which takes them to a 3-up for their jink, and then as long as they're within 6 of this, they've got a 2-up for jink, and because they're Ravenwing, they re-roll all failed jink saves. So they are running around with 2-up re-rollable jink saves on the Dark Angel contingent. Obviously these guys would actually get it because they become Dark Angels for rules purposes when they join the unit, but they can't jink. So it's kind of, this is all just a test game to see how this Death Star works out and how resilient it is. This stuff's kind of just in it because it's things I want to try out. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Cool, right, so that was a nice in-depth army in-look on a new army that we're actually rocking today. So we'll roll up for missions and whatnot, and we'll get back with you at the start of the game. Right, so here we are guys. We rolled up on the mission pack. We scored a 1, which was for Crusade, and we're set up in a Vanguard strike. So, Si, do you want to walk us through what you've set up and where you've put it all and whatnot?
Let's go to Ollie first because he deployed first.
Okay, yeah, sorry, apologies.
So I set up first. Pretty much nothing is left where it was really, because of Scout. So this unit were here, they've scouted up now to kind of head towards the bulk of his heavy lifting shooting. The bikes have scouted just to bubble wrap this because he managed to infiltrate some haywire within range of the Relic Whirlwind, and I'd kind of like that to survive for at least a couple of turns before it dies. So yeah, so this is kind of me, this big blob unit all together. I'm just going to try and ram it down his throat and see how much damage it can take really. That's pretty much the plan.
Cool, nice and brief.
Tactical.
So Si, let us know what you've done.
Okay, so brain's a bit cloudy today. I will admit that.
So shandy last night.
Yeah, I had 2. So I got the Warlord trait that allows me to infiltrate 3 units. So I put the Haywire and the Grav caterpillars up in this ruin here. to get sight on the Scorpius and the big Squad of Doom. I think I've made a bad decision, but like by putting everything in this ruin here, but we'll see how that goes. And then over there, I'll put the Knight and the gin cooler to take out some bikes and things, and then obviously the Knight in the kind of midfield to just bring the pain. And
there's a stormer coming.
Yeah, so that's it.
So awesome, right? As we said, Ollie, you're going first, aren't you? So.
Oh, while we're at it. Oh no, it's a bit too late to do night fight, isn't it? Is that before?
Yeah, so night fight.
Yeah, rock night fight.
No night fight. So Ollie's got first turn. So
you're gonna see.
Size rolling TV.
Here we go.
I'm gonna cry and I'm not gonna edit this, and it will never.
Oh! Should have kept my first one.
We'll definitely put this one on YouTube.
So right, we'll catch you at the bottom of Ollie's. Sorry, at the top of Ollie's turn 1, and we can see what sort of Age of Sigmar can do. Alright guys, here we are at the top of Ollie's turn 1. Let us know what you've done, Ollie.
Not a great deal. Kind of shifted everything this way a little bit, making sure to keep Samael and kind of the Ravenwing command squad at the front, so they take the brunt of the shooting and they'll jink and get their 2 up. Mainly just converged on this little 5-man unit down here, because from the last few games I've seen them, if you give them a chance to get into combat, they'll wrap you up for bloody ages. So I wanted to smash them up nice and early, so just put loads of plasma fire into them, wipe them out. And also got me first blood, so at least I'll get some sort of points out of the game if it all goes horribly wrong. And that is pretty much the extent of it. Kept all the Dark Angels units within 6 inches of the Dark Shroud, so everything is going to be... everything will keep its stealth. This thing had to move because there was so much haywire that had it in line of sight after he infiltrated, so it only fired 1 template and it scattered off, but it was worth it because now I'll keep it around for the rest of the game. And it'll be able to do a bit more damage in the long run. So that was it, first blood, getting into position ready to try and take out this lot in the next turn, really.
Awesome, cool. Right, we'll come back to you at the bottom of size turn 1.
Alright.
Alright guys, here we are at the top of size turn 1. Si, walk us through what you just done there.
Okay, so for the canticles I used twin link everything. And then for the Skitarii mana pool, I gave everyone +1 BS, so they're all BS5. I lined up the Dune Crawler to the Land Speeder and only managed to do 1 whole point to it, so that was kind of disappointing. The Knight shimmied around, put some shots into the unit of bikes over there with the ground.
Normal Ravenwing bikes.
Yeah, and with a 2+ rerollable Jinx save, it's impossible to remove any models.
They've only got 3. The normal Ravenwing have only got 3 rerollable.
Then this tower of stupid looking twats shot into these equally stupid looking twats and only managed to kill 2 guys.
Good technical terms there.
The lady protects me.
Yeah, so and in my turn I killed 2 guys and that was it. So. Awesome
cool.
Game. Yeah.
Right, okay, we'll let Ollie do his turn 2 and we'll come back at you at the top of it. Alright guys, here we are at the top of Ollie's turn 2. Let us know what you did, Ollie.
Shooting and movement wise, not a great deal.
Not a lot?
Shooting and movement wise, not a great deal. These guys all moved up and then assaulted this entire building, multi-charged, wiped out both units of Caterpillars and his Warlord. And also caused this unit to break and run. I took a bit of damage in the process. Samael's down to 1 wound. A Wolflord lost a wound. I've lost a couple of bikes. I've lost my Apothecary. So they've become less resilient. So when he does eventually fire back at me, stuff is going to start dying a lot more. Shooting phase. This took a pot shot. This Whirlwind took a pot shot at the Dune Crawler, Onaga.
Yeah.
And didn't. Just made it so it can't move or shoot, so it's at least snap firing back at my land speeder, because obviously I couldn't move that in my turn because it couldn't move or shoot. So hopefully that survives. If it does, the unit stays pretty resilient because I am just within 6 there with a Wolfie. Yeah, so a lot of his firepower has been taken off the board. The Knight still scares me, but I have got 3 Iron Priests who I've been very careful to protect. Because if he does get too close, then hopefully I'll just go in with those and start dishing out some pain. But Yeah, obviously a good turn, killed a lot. Quite happy with it.
Cool beans. Right, we'll take it over to size turn 2 and see if you can try and kill some more Death Star stuff. Yeah. Alright, here we are, guys, at the bottom of size turn 2. Let us know what you've done, sweaty sigh.
Holding the camera so high up. So in my turn I've got 6 units left on the board, so I used the +2 strength canticle and +3 weapon skill. So Dune Caller snap-fired into the was it Shroud?
The Dark Shroud.
Dark Shroud Speeder. I did manage to hit it a couple of times, but I couldn't roll the pen. The Knight put some shots into the big blob squad here. Put some wounds on it, but he passed his 2+ jink save. Then the Skitarii Vanguard squad shot into the same unit there. I think I may have done 1 wound, maybe not. I don't know. They didn't put too much of a dent because they're snap firing because they fleed last turn. Then my assault phase, I assaulted the 2 Dune Crawlers and the Rust Stalkers into the Blob Squad. The Dune Crawlers, are they the Dune Crawlers? Dragoons, sorry.
Dragoons.
They did some really good work in this turn.
Killed Samael.
So with the +2 strength, they were strength 10 with the Tesla, so they hit 10 in total, I think.
Did 10
with
wounds.
the Tesla, and then they did 10 wounds as well. So it killed Samuel, which was awesome, and then they killed like another Marine or 2. And
They killed Samael, they killed a Knight, and they killed a Cyberwolf.
Yeah, so they did some really good work. And then the Iron Priests hit back, and they managed to destroy both of them as well. So it was good. So it was a drawn combat, but then he hit and ran out. So he's now out in the open and bouncing around. So a better turn. But I really goofed up by putting everything into that factory there. So.
It's the story of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I only joke.
Mistake.
So yeah, we'll come back at the top of Ollie's turn 3 and see what the Death Star can go after next. I'm sure you can't wait. Alright guys, here we are at the top of 3. Ollie, run us through what you just did.
Yeah, the star is starting to dwindle now, so I split it up a little bit. 1 Iron Priest, ideally I would have sent more, but because he had a unit positioned here, and only 1 Iron Priest, because of the way his units were, would have been able to get into combat with that. So he moved up to here, ready to charge, with a couple of wolves. The Land Speeders moved way back here, just to give a stealth bubble here. My plan is I've got all the objectives on my half of the table. I've got 1, 2, 3 here. So I'm just going to lock them up in the middle of the table, and at the end these guys are just going to grab everything, and that's kind of going to be the game plan. In shooting, the Scorpius shot over onto the Dune Crawler, but whiffed completely. And that was it for shooting. There's not a lot left with only 1 Dark Knight. So in assault, the Iron Priest went into the Knight with 2 Cyberwolf buddies. The Cyberwolves took the hits. He survived, but only managed to do 2 hull points. Like I said, ideally I would have sent more of them in, but it just couldn't happen. These guys here charged into a unit of, I think, Rust Stalkers.
No, Dragoons. Oh no, sorry, yeah, Rust Stalkers. They were, yeah, Rust Stalkers.
And wiped them out without taking any damage back, luckily. Most important thing for me was that I sent him in with the 2 Cyberwolves in the hope that he would be able to tie the Knight up, and that kind of gives me a chance to get some of the star over here and then send the Iron Priests after him 1 at a time. Yeah, the star is definitely dwindling, but the plan is still going as I'd hoped, so we'll see what happens in size 10.
Cool, yeah, we'll come back with Sweaty Sigh and see what we can do.
Not sweaty.
Alright guys, here we are at the bottom of turn 3. Simon, walk us through your terrible combat phase and the rest of the turn.
Sure, really quick turn for me. With the Canticles, I used +3 BS for the Skitarii unit over there and the Onager. Sorry, that's the Vanguard over there. And then for the Canticles, I think I've already said that, I used rerolls to hit in combat. So the Knight was rerolling hit, just to try and finish off that Iron Priest. So the Onager shot into the Wolf Squad over there. put some wounds on it, but he passed his saves. Then the Vanguard shot into the Wolf Squad as well. Again, did quite a few wounds. I think I probably did like I did 8 wounds from the Rad and then 4 wounds from the Plasma. I don't think I killed any guys.
No, the 3 every rollable jink save.
Yeah,
Just damn good.
and then combat phase. So the Knights we rolling to hit. So I hit 2 times, and then I rolled a 1 and a 3, and then Olly passed his 6+ invuln save. So.
Runic armor.
He's rolling hot.
Yep. So that was my turn.
Be amazing.
Super quick turn and quite uneventful. Sorry about that.
Cool, right, we'll catch you at the top of turn 4 then.
Right.
Alright guys, here we are at the top of turn 4, and what an eventful turn that was.
Okay, so the Death Star started to jump back. What was left of the Death Star is an Iron Priest, a Wolf Lord, and the 1 Ravenwing Knight with the company banner. They started moving back this way. 1 Iron Priest split off and went night hunting, which as you can see was quite a successful quest, but we'll come back to that in a sec. And then the bikes kind of shuffle around here because the plan is still to just jump on these 3 objectives, probably that one as well, those 4 objectives at the end of the game, and kind of seal it up. Shooting wise, the Scorpius fired and for the first time kind of actually did something in this game, and landed and took out 6 took out 6 of these little guys, and that was it for the shooting. And then in assault, so there were 2 Iron Priests in combat with the Knight. 1 Iron Priest got smacked with the D hammer, the other Iron Priest didn't get stomped out, smashed him with the strength 10 AP1 Iron Priest goodness, and then we had the D-splosion, which scattered almost slap bang onto his head. So I needed anything but a 1 to polish him off. And
Man rolled a 1.
Sadly for Simon, it was a big old 1. It was a big old 1. So there is an Iron Priest on 1 wound, kind of in the middle of the board. You might go June Onaga. I might go Onaga hunting. We'll kind of see what takes his fancy this turn. If he doesn't die to the 2 little dudes with Rad down here. Good turn, obviously got the Knight out of the way, and an Iron Priest survived. I kind of wrote him off when he went in there. Star's still alive, got 3 fast moving units down here who are going to jump on objectives, so feeling pretty good about it at the moment, but that thing is yet to kind of kill stuff, so it's due a unit wiping out really is kind of how I'm thinking about it. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Sai's turn.
Cool, right, we'll catch you at the bottom of turn 4 for Sai. Let's see if you can roll any more 1s. Alright, here we are guys at the bottom of turn 4 for Sai. I don't think it was very eventful, but walk us through what you did, Sai.
Sure, so apologies again, that was a really short turn. The Doom Caller stepped up, snap fired at the bike squad over there. Did manage to kill 1 and then forced a morale check, but they passed. The Rangers moved around here, put some shots onto the Iron Priest guy. Did 1 wound, but he saved his armor save again. And then finally the Vanguard shot into him as well, but didn't manage to put any wounds on him. So that was my turn. Sorry.
Right, well, great. Yeah, so we'll get back to you at the top of Olly's turn 5. Could be the last turn. Yeah, we can see. Been playing for like 9 hours, so. But yeah, right. We'll get back to you at the top of Olly's turn 5. Right, here we are, guys, at the top of turn 5. Olly, walk us through what you did.
Not a lot, just moved to secure the objectives. So these 3 bikes are parked down here on this. These 2 bikes turbo boosted over to there to stay out of line of sight of the Onaga, came in that one. What's left of the Wolf Star parked itself on here, and the Dark Shroud came over just to make sure they've got nice rerollable jink saves, so it'd be hard to drive them off it. The Wolf Lord left the Death Star unit, came over here to claim another objective, so I've got 4. And the Iron Priest came in here and smashed up some Vanguard for scratching his armour during the last turn.
And he's hiding in the building there, isn't he?
Yeah, they died and then he consolidated and he's now just sat in the building, kind of, if we were going to go on, staying out of range or line of sight of the Vanguard down there. I think we are calling it there because it's top turn 5. I've got 4 objectives, 3 of which Sai can't draw a line of sight to. Yeah. So there is very little that he can do at this point. But it's been a good game. I did think I was going to take a beating at the start, just from lack of playing inside, playing a lot of games and knowing what he's doing. But yeah.
That doesn't count for shit.
The man when you take a Death Star, doesn't it now? Christ.
That doesn't count for shit when you use beardy armies, does it, Cooper?
Don't know what you're talking about. But right, cool. Yeah, so we'll tot the scores up. Then we'll come back with an end of game summary and can talk through our armies. And yeah, Ollie, you can let us know how your Age of Sigmar army went.
Alright.
Alright guys, here we are. We've totted up the scores and sorted it all out. So Ollie, do you want to run us through what the scores were and how you got to them?
So the score on the mission, as it is in the book, was 12-3 to me, because I had 4 objectives and Si had 1. And then I had First Blood, Warlord and Linebreaker, and Si had Warlord. So in the GT pack it would be a 30-2 win. You get 1 for playing and 1 for Warlord.
Take a part. And 1 for losing.
Thanks for showing up. So yeah, let's go through Si's army first. We've seen that a couple of times, haven't we? So how do you think that ran today? And
I still think that like the list as a whole is awesome. Like all the war gear options and chemicals, it's very strong. I totally fucking goofed by putting everything in the
and you were unlucky on the dice rolls. Like the Dark Shroud should have died much earlier in the game. The Knight should have killed off the Iron. Well, that didn't really make a difference, but there should have been some things that went in your favour that just went against you.
Yeah, but that's what happens. So no hard feelings. I still love the AdMech, so I'll bring them next time, and hopefully we'll have a rematch. And
we can see some nids. That'd be fun.
No.
What? No. Okay then.
Maybe.
I'll use nids against AdMech if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do that.
Alright,
Challenge
cool.
accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Sweet. So Ollie, walk us through your Age of Sigmar Dark Angel army that you ran.
It went as kind of as I'd hoped, which was the Death Star would just be the focus of everything so much that all the backfield units could kind of just chill for the entire game and then jump on objectives at the end, which is kind of how you got to play the GT pack, because there's no Maelstrom, so I've got no need to bring all my stuff out early. I like having the melters on them, because if I didn't think if there was more than one knight or something, I could have outflanked them and got some melter into the backfield maybe, but that was difficult with Vanguard strike deployment. More than anything, I'm just chuffed that I found a way to keep Space Wolves going, really. I was kind of getting to the point where I was going to give up on Space Wolves, but Space Wolves and Dark Angels look like they could be something to keep me going with them. Yeah, love the Space Wolves.
I mean, we've seen them loads of times, haven't we?
You're not going to let that die, are you?
Anyway, I kid.
It's good to get some new blood in there.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget this face, guys. It's Ollie.
I'm the guy
that part of the group. So right, awesome. Well, if you enjoyed that batrep, please do like it. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on the video. Any bad comments, just leave them out. Yeah, and anything good, or let us know what we can.
We only want positive feedback from now on.
Let us know what we can improve in.
We're done with constructive feedback. We tried to make it better. If it didn't work, then bad luck.
But please don't forget to comment, subscribe and share and like and all that other good stuff on the internet, and we'll catch you soon for another 40k batrep. Laters guys.
Adios.
Later.
Peace.